Hi, we're doing Unit 8, and we're on topic number 3, and that is multiplying polynomials using the distribution property. The distribution property is something that we should be very familiar with. Before we start this, we have to recall how to multiply and use exponents. So just a really quick recap from Unit 7. X times x, we write that as x squared. 3x times x, the coefficient 3 stays the same, I get x squared. 5x squared times 2x, I multiply the coefficients to get 10, and then I count up how many x's there are, 2, and then 3, so that's 5 total. Alright, so here's examples of how to distribute with a polynomial. The only thing different when we distribute with a polynomial is that the number out front of the parentheses is more than just a number. It also is going to have a letter, and sometimes it will have an exponent. So to multiply this, we are going to essentially just distribute the 3x, but we're going to talk about a strategy to stay organized when we do that. I'm going to take that 3x and I'm going to put it down here in this box that's set up. We practiced multiplying with the box method before, so 3x goes there. And I'm going to take this 2x minus 1, there are 2 terms, and I'm going to put the first term here, the second term here, 2x and a minus 1. Now I'm just going to fill in the box. I do 3x times 2x, and I get 3 times 2 is 6x squared. And then I do 3x times negative 1, and I get minus 3x. Now the key here is that you have to remember from the box method how we write our answer. Our answer is what is inside, which is 6x squared minus 3x. These are not like terms, so that is our final answer. Alright, so the box method is helpful just to keep us organized. So we're going to try this one with the box method as well. So I have my first term outside the parentheses, that's negative 4y squared. I'm going to put that here, negative 4y squared. And then what I'm multiplying by, I have 1, 2, 3 terms. So I'm going to put the first term, 5y to the 4th here, the second term here, the last term here. Now we're going to multiply each box. Negative 4y squared times 5y to the 4th is negative 20y to the 6th power. Negative 4y squared times negative 3y squared is negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. And then y squared, I get y to the 4th. And then lastly, negative 4y squared times 2, I get negative 8y squared. Now, I'm going to take all of these and add them. This is my final answer. I get negative 20y to the 6th plus 12y to the 4th minus 8y squared. That's my final answer. Alright, so the box method is helpful, again, just to keep us organized, but if we don't have the box method, we can still just multiply using distribution. So we're just going to do this one with distribution. I'm going to take my 3x out front, and I'm going to multiply it to 3w, like that, and I'm going to multiply it also to 4. So 3x times 3w, 3 times 3 is 9. X times w are different letters, so we cannot combine them with an exponent. We just write this, x w. Now I'm going to do 3x and multiply it by positive 4. I get positive 12x. And that's my final answer, 9xw plus 12x. Alright, so let's do one more. And my number out front, I have 4 as a coefficient and x squared. I'm going to multiply 4x squared times 2x. 4 times 2 is 8. X squared times x is x cubed. Now 4x squared times 7. 4 times 7 is 28, and I just have an x squared. So that's my final answer, 8x cubed plus 28x squared. Alright, we have two more examples, or one more example down here. So in this example down here, it's called a doozy because there's a lot that we have to do. It's a big problem. So I have 2 different sets of parentheses. One of them has a 3y outside. One of them has a negative 2y squared. First I'm going to take care of my 3y. So I'm going to do 3y times y squared, and I get the coefficient 3. And then a y and a y squared gives me y cubed. Then I'm going to do 3y times 4y. 3 times 4 is positive 12. Y times y is y squared. 3y times positive 2 is positive 6, just 1y. Alright, now move on to this, and make sure that you're paying attention to the fact that this is a negative 2 as a coefficient. So I'm going to do negative 2 y squared times y. I get the coefficient negative 2, y squared times y is y cubed. Now I do negative 2 y squared times negative 3. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6, and then I only have a y squared here. Lastly, negative 2y squared times 5x, I get a negative 10, negative 2 times 5, and y squared and x can't be combined, so I'm just going to write the x first and then y squared. Alright, now our final answer, we have to pay attention and look for like terms. Like terms from the previous topic have the same variable and the same exponent. So variable y exponent 3, variable y exponent 3. 3 is also my highest exponent, so I'm going to write that first. So I do 3 minus 2 and I get 1 y cubed. Now I'm going to look for more like terms, and I have a variable of y and an exponent of 2 here and here. So I do 12 plus 6 and I get 18. Keep the variable and exponent the same, y squared. Okay, then I have 6y. This is not a like term with this one, so we'll just write these separate. Plus 6y minus 10xy squared. That is my final answer. Alright, we should be on homework number 2 for this one, so you guys can practice there. Good luck.